Alright, 4x4 example solves, scrambles on screen. So the first thing I notice is that we have two one-move white bars here, here, and here. So we're going to first do those things. So first we're going to move this down to make a bar here, and then this up like this. And then while doing that, we can trace these two. And then we're good to just do a U, solve that, and then, oh, we have a yellow center made. We can actually just do a Y2, insert this bar into the top, rotate, do a D prime to solve this bar, and then insert it into the top as well. And then while doing that, we can start tracking our pieces. We see we have a blue edge, a green edge, a white edge over here. We're gonna rotate, we have a red edge over here. So we're just gonna rotate down. Notice that we have these two paired. And then we have our next sort of edge over here. Then do a U2, solve that. And here we see that we have orange white over here, red white over here. Then we can just go straight into solving this block. And then we can finally just finish off edges by doing this red white edge like so. Now I already noticed that this red center was set up really nicely. So I'm first going to attach the red center over here, and then solve this red center like so. Now I've noticed that the green center is already like pretty much made in its correct position. So and I know that the green center was over here just because I looked forward for it like while solving this red center. So I'm just actually going to solve this green center in the bottom like so. And now we have a really nice last two centers case. We're first going to solve this bar over here, and then solve this thing over here. And then R2, U2. Now, we're going to notice that if we do a slice like this edge gets solved. We're then going to solve this edge like so. Notice that we have yellow-orange over here. Look for our next yellow-orange edge, which is over here. And then finally, notice that this yellow-orange edge is attached to the orange-green over here. And then insert this orange-green over here to finish off 3, 2, 3 like that. Then we're going to do an FUF insert to make it so that these two pieces are one slice away from each other. Before slicing, notice that this edge is yellow-red. Notice that our other yellow-red is over here. So we're just going to insert that yellow-red over here so that this works out. Now for 3x3 stage, we're going to notice we can solve this with keyhole while setting these two pairs up to be much better. Then we're going to notice that if we actually solve this pair, we actually get this set up in a really nice sort of pseudo sliding situation because we have an edge solved over here and a corner solved over here. Then we have a really nice OLL sort of skip case, which is just by doing L2B to L2 and then parity, and then undoing the setup moves. And then we have C-perm, which is just going to be doing PL parity at that angle, and then R-perm. Okay, this is the second scramble. Here we're going to notice that we have this two move sort of double bar thing. We're going to look ahead to third bar. We're going to notice that if we do that two move double bar thing, this center moves up here. So we can do an F2 and then a U prime to move this matching white center over here so that we get a bar. So I'm just going to like show you what I just inspected or talked through with you guys. We're first going to move this white center over here while solving these two. Then do an F2 U prime to solve this white center. And coincidentally, we actually got some pretty nice edges solved as well. Now we're just going to do a RU to R prime. Keep in mind that this edge is over here, the other center is over here. Then we're going to do an R2 U2 and then solve this yellow center. Now we actually already have 2 edges solved, which is really lucky. I'm going to just keep track of this sort of third edge for later. And actually, the more efficient thing would be to do these 2. And then we're going to just solve this final edge. And we're going to notice that this bar is vertical and really nice. We also have these 2 pieces. So we're just going to go straight into that immediately. Now we're going to notice that this would give us a really bad case, but we just do a U prime and then do an R. We actually get a much better case. And then we're going to do a complete R2, and we're actually going to notice that this is sort of horizontal. So while doing an R2, we can actually do a U prime to make this horizontal or vertical, which is better for 4x4. Then we're going to solve this green thing into the bottom, and then solve this sort of last bar case like so, and then insert into here. And while inserting, we're going to notice that these 2 match. So that's probably going to be our first sort of edge. So first we're going to note that this edge is matched to the blue and red edge. So we're first going to insert that, look for the blue and red edge, which is over here actually. So we didn't actually have to rotate, we could actually insert it into the back, because that would actually give us the perfect sort of orientation. Now we're going to notice that this blue and red edge is attached to the white and red edge, or yellow and red edge, which I can't really see, and it turns out it was actually in this slot. Then we're going to rotate, insert this yellow and red edge here, and then we're done with the first 3. Then we're going to notice that we have to find this yellow and orange edge, which is over here. Notice it's attached to the green and yellow thing before slicing. Now you see that the green and yellow is right here, so we're going to insert it back here. And notice that this is blue and orange, which is over here. So this is going to be our next thing to insert in here. Before slicing, notice that this is a blue and yellow, which is over here. So we can just look ahead, insert that, and slice back. So yeah, look ahead is a big part of the game, and it's really not as hard as it might seem. So now for pair choice, first of all, I would probably just go with this pair, although it would probably be more efficient to go with this pair. Then these 2, and then cancel into this, and then these 2. Then we have OLO parity. If we do it from this angle, as you can see, we have this bar over here and this bar over here. If we have 2 bars like this, that means if we do OLO parity from this angle, we're actually going to get a square. And OLLs that have a square are usually much easier and simpler than OLLs which do not have a square. So here, we're going to notice that this is actually bad fish, or at least that's what I called the OLL. And we also have a C perm again. You would do PLO parity from this angle, and then R perm. And I don't know why I did that algorithm. This is actually the better algorithm for big cubes. Okay, third scramble is actually pretty nice. We have 2 bars already solved and a third bar very close to being solved. So yeah, it's pretty easy inspection. We can actually probably inspect a bit further though. So what we can notice is that first we would do this, this, and then this. Now we're going to notice that this slice move over here actually moves this over here. And this R prime move actually would move this into here. So this goes from here to here to here. And we're going to notice that the R prime also would move this down here. So after doing that sort of stretch of moves, we're going to do a U2 and then insert the center that would be over here after that U2. So here we have a completed edge. We're gonna insert that immediately, but we're gonna notice that we also have this sort of really nice case over here, which is just one move away from being solved. So we're gonna put this opposite to the blue. And before doing that, we're gonna notice that we have these 2 red and white edges. So we're gonna do a U2 and then a slice 2 and then insert it into the back so that we can get visibility of like the sides that we didn't see, because that's clearly we were over here and we couldn't see any white edges, so the white edges clearly have to be here, and they are. So we're gonna finally finish off the white edges by just doing something like that. Now we're first gonna solve this sort of yellow-orange bar. And here we want to like put like a horizontal bar over here. So we're just going to do a U prime to do that. And then now we can actually just do an R2 prime, and we can actually solve the entire thing from here, because this is solved, this is solved. We actually have a really nice half centers case over here. So we're going to join these two and then insert it in one go, and then solve this last bar into here like that. And then we're going to insert this final edge like that. Before doing that, we're going to notice that these two match up really nicely. So we're first going to start off with that. Now, I noticed that this like sort of yellow blue thing was attached to this, and this yellow blue thing would actually move over here. So that actually gives us a skip. So the yellow blue thing is already here, and the yellow blue thing is already here. So we actually can move on to the next sort of edge without even having to deal with inserting this edge. Now the edge attached to this would be orange green, which is over here. That would be the end of the first three of 3 to 3. So we're just going to insert some random edge into here, and then here we want the other green and yellow, so we're going to insert that on the other side. Slice, keep track, make sure that you know what this is. And this is the orange and blue edge, which is over here. We're going to do FU to F prime to insert that back. Notice that this is green and red, which we're going to notice is here. And we're going to notice that these two are actually sort of just a 2-swap case thing, which means that we have to do a sledgehammer, slice, and then just do a flipping algorithm and slice back. Now we're going to notice that this is probably the best first pair to start with. We're also going to notice that we have a free pair here, so we're going to insert that. Here, if we wanted to keyhole this corner in, that would actually be something bad, because this corner is not well oriented. You would actually have to do 2 triggers, and if you were to insert this pair in first, this would then become a 2-trigger case again. However, if you inserted this corner first, then did a U Y prime, and then solved this pair into the back, like a pseudo pair, and then did a U prime back, you would actually get both of them solved in just 3 triggers. So that's a really nice case. Now for this case, if you do it from this angle, you actually get a pretty bad OLO. And if you do it from this angle, you also get a pretty bad OLO. So for this case, where it kind of looks like this case, but this edge is flipped, you're actually first going to do F double sexy, F prime, and then you're actually just going to get straight up OLO parity. And then we have PLL, which we have a P-perm for, and for this P-perm case, where the block is on the left, if you put the headlights in the back, you're going to do J-perm first, and then do PLL parity. Thank you to Bami for requesting this video, and I'll see you next time.